So what a crazy start to 2022. Freight rates are literally skyrocketing. We're talking about double. We're talking about 2.5 folds over what we used to charge as what people are billing right now. We see it in our brokerage department and we see it in the live market. So what in the world is happening? Well, I got a list for you and you will understand why the freight rates are skyrocketing the way that they are. So stay with me, okay? It's a lot of numbers that are gonna be happening here. For you nerds out there that love figures, that love stats, I got them for you. So let's get right into it. Number one is the vaccine mandates. People do not understand what it actually means when they say 5% have walked away or 10% have walked away. So let me actually break these numbers down for you. On average, a cross-border driver does 2 shipments per week. Okay, if 5% of the workforce, and we're gonna be conservative, we'll take the 5% number and we'll also take the 10% number. But let's start off with conservative, okay, 5%. If 5% of 180,000 truck drivers walked away, what does that mean? Well, on average, a truck driver that does cross-border freight usually does 2 shipments per week. Well, if 9,000 truck drivers are no longer doing 2 shipments per week, that's 18,000 outbound loads and another 18,000 inbound loads that are not being transported by these 5,000 truck drivers who have walked away. Well, now let's take it to 10%. If 10% of the truck drivers that are doing cross-border freight, okay, in total we have 180,000 truck drivers. 10% of that number is 18,000 truck drivers. Now, if each truck driver on average does 2 loads per week across the border, we're talking about 32,000 loads going outbound and into the US and another 32,000 loads going inbound that's not happening right now. Okay, and that's why you see a huge spike in freight rates right now. All right, second reason. The cost of truck drivers has skyrocketed. Okay, so anybody who's doing cross-border freight is currently getting paid between 70 to 75 cents per mile. Now, if you were here in January of 2021, let's rewind 1 year, truck drivers were getting paid between 50 to 55 cents per mile on average. Well, between 50 and 75 cents, that's 50% increase in driver rates. Not only that, even the companies that are paying between 70 to 75%, there is a war for truck drivers out there. Every second news feed on my Facebook channel is a trucking ad looking for cross-border truck drivers. Okay, so the vaccine mandate has gotten 10% out of the workforce and there are vacancies through the roof with carriers. So now we have 50% rise in cost for truck drivers, okay? Point number 2, why freight rates are skyrocketing. All right, reason number 3, fuel costs. Okay, so let's take a snapshot, 2021 versus January of 2022. Fuel prices right now are sitting at around $3.65 per gallon. That's the average price of fuel in the Midwest and Southeast USA. Last year, this time, the prices were sitting at around $3.10 per gallon. So we have about a 50-60 cent increase per gallon in North America. Now, you better be ready for this because if Russia does decide to attack Ukraine, the US prices are probably gonna go up to about $4.50, $4.75 per gallon. And in Canada, you will see it, the fuel prices go up to at least $2 per liter. So the hike is not over yet. I'll give you my conclusion at the end of this video, but that's reason number 3, the cost of fuel, snapshot between 2021 and 2022. Now let's talk about equipment, okay? So here is a brand new trailer. In 2021, we used to pay around $40,000 to $45,000 Canadian for a brand new 53-foot trailer. The orders that we're placing right now are coming in at around $60,000 to $65,000 per trailer. That is insane. That's a 50% increase on trailers, brand new trailers, and we buy them in bulk. So the price of brand new equipment has skyrocketed, both for the vans, for the reefers, and now let's talk about trucks. The trucks, we used to place orders and buy trucks at around $185,000. Well, Canadian. Well, now we're placing orders and we see that they're coming in at around 210 to 220. $210,000 to $220,000. That's approximately a 20% increase on trucks from 1 year to the next. Okay, so that's another reason why the freight rates are skyrocketing. Okay, this is just happening right now when we're placing orders for 2023. So now we have a typical scenario that's happening in our industry. If I'm a company driver and I want to become an owner-operator, well, I really can't become an owner-operator because I can't just go to the dealerships and buy myself a new truck. I can't go to the dealerships and buy a used truck. Every dealership out there is out of stock. So I know that 2018, 2019, and 2020 models are being sold at record-breaking prices. We've never seen anything like this. So a 4 or 5 year old truck before used to cost about $50,000 to $60,000. Whether it's a Freightliner, if it's a Volvo, if it's a Kenworth, they used to sell around $50,000 to $60,000 for a 5-year-old model. Now I hear and I see people getting about $100,000 for those same 5-year-old models. So back to the original point, becoming an owner-operator today is nearly impossible. Okay, and if you are becoming an owner-operator today, you're paying through the roof for your equipment. Okay, and you need to justify these payments. And how are you going to justify these payments? You're going to be passing it along to your customers that you're going to be billing. So there you go. You got a quick snapshot of what's happening in the market. What does this mean for you guys out there? Well, guess what? If people are paying 50% more for truck drivers, if we're paying 50% more for fuel, if we're paying 50% more for our equipment, what does this mean for you guys? This means that everything in the stores, whether it's lumber, whether it is drywall, whether it is tomatoes.
Oh, she's got the whole back seat full of them. Wow. Hey lady, where you going with all the tomatoes?
Groceries, whatever you can think of, most of it has come in a truck. And what does this mean for you? That the prices of everything is gonna go up. I personally think that it's gonna go up 30, 40% because that's what we're seeing in freight rate costs right now. That things are going through the roof. Things that we used to bill at $2,000, today we're billing at $3,000. Things that we used to bill $5,000 for runs, today we're billing at $7,500. So what does this mean for you consumers out there? That things are gonna be going up and they're gonna be going up fast. So guys, the world needs to know about why freight rates are going up, and the way that they're gonna go, the way that they will know about it is through your comments below. And we gotta understand the YouTube algorithm, okay? So the more people subscribe to the channel, the more people are putting comments down below, the more views and the more YouTube is going to recommend these videos for other people. People need to understand what in the world is going on with the freight rates. So please comment down below, share the content, give it a thumbs up, or just say, hey Ronen in the comments. That's fine, I will respond. I'm Ronen, R-O-N-E-N, and hopefully I'll catch you in my next one.